Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're playing Gran Turismo 7 and we're doing some sport races on Deep Forest Raceway, which is a pretty nice track, but we're doing the reverse version and I've already got a penalty. So what we're going to do, we're going to restart the project here, we're going to restart the lap here, and I made a crucial mistake. I noticed that I'm on intermediate tyres right here, but I don't notice this for another few attempts, so I'm obviously just wasting my time. Just look at this time, it's been wasting my time. Completely useless, and eventually I realise, and I'm like, okay, let's go back, let's change our tyres. Done 65 miles today, that's pretty good. So yeah, we'll go change our tyres to the racing softs, which is what we need to be on, so that's very good. Here we go, back into the track, and time for some good laps. So immediately going off like a rally car, literally an Audi Quattro, Pikes Peak, but we get onto the track and we get onto the straight. So yeah, here we go, let's go do a quick lap and see what time we can get in 3 minutes. So going across the line here, about 120, probably want to be doing that about 150 though, so not a great start. And as soon as we get into this lap, about a minute in, this corner will be the death of me. Getting a penalty in the same place we got one earlier. So what I decide, don't restart, let's just go get another flying lap going, and we'll just use this as a runway for our next lap. So yeah, that corner will become infamous for me in this track. Okay, so we're into another lap here, pretty nice. So we've got we're about 1/10, 2/10 ahead. Gone across the line about 145, so exactly where we want to be at. And the slowed lap was a 132.2, so we're aiming for about a 129 here. 129 high, hopefully. That'll get us a pretty good position on the grid, because I'm not very great at qualifying. But yeah, that's good. Using the Mazda here, the Mazda VGT like GR3 stealth thing. I think it's a really good all-round car. It's got pretty good cornering and really good top end compared to the other GR3 cars with the BOP performance, balance of performance applied. So going down the straight here, going into this corner, braking really nicely here. Here my controller's doing a bit of a thing, but it's okay. Going through these corners. Now into the infamous corner where I always struggle. Doing okay here, not hitting a wall. Down through the tunnel. And here's the corner, braking just in time, probably a bit too early, but it's okay. Getting a nice exit out of there, and again going into the flip-flops. Do need to brake a little bit here, but could probably go a bit quicker, because I think we could go about 100 around this corner. There we go, and now we are on the stretch to the final hairpin, which is just here. So let's go in here, and a pretty good corner, bit overshot, but it's fine. We get onto the racing line. It's a bit of a late apex. And we are 3 seconds quicker than our last lap, so that gives us a 129.2, which is exactly what I want to be at. And I've only got 20 seconds left, so not time for another lap, but pretty good lap there, so pretty happy with that. And we ended up qualifying 7th, top place was 126, so we'll see how we can do here. It's a daily race, so yeah, let's see what we can do. So as you can see here, Mazda coming over the hill, behind the gold M6, I think there's? Yeah, an M6. Putting on the power one because there is no fuel. Got so much fuel for this race, don't really need to limit. And we are on the home straight for the start. That's great. See the Porsche behind us. Getting behind the slipstream of Bishop. Sorry about that. And he's in gold, so that was really annoying my eyes, but it's fine. Taking a wide line here, not really happy with that, so I try and tuck into my line that I like. But yeah, not a very good idea here. As I end up going into the inside and just try and flow with it, try and get an overtake, but everyone starts ghosting, so that's good. Bishop spins out there, and we get in behind Budweiser, and we overtake him onto the straight, trying to get into the slipstream of 4th place, which is Miguel, getting into his slipstream, and he is towing us up to the leading pack, slowly gaining on him, so we are into now about 4.5 tenths behind him, and we just hit the wall there, but it's fine. Bit deep into this corner, but not too bad. And we overtake Royo, who's gone into the wall, but Fisherman has taken our position, so we didn't even gain anything from that. Getting a little bit off guard here. He's brake checking me a little bit, and I'm just a bit worried. So I'm carrying too much speed, and I just turn in too early, hitting us with a 5-second time penalty, which is not very good. So what we do is we're going to just drive the rest of this lap, see what we can do, see if we can just keep that gap of about 3 tenths, 4 tenths behind us, so we don't lose too much time, we won't lose too many positions when we serve our penalty. Into the final corner here, doing pretty nice braking, ghosting us again for some reason, taking early apex, pretty bad drive onto the straight, and Dom has had a problem with his car because he is going way too slow. Obviously an engine problem, but it will fix itself eventually because that's the way his game works. But yeah, free overtake there into 4th position, so pretty good race so far, just accepting the penalty. Going here into this corner and drifting a little bit, but taking a wide line and then getting punted from behind by Dom, absolutely smashing us into the floor. Obviously getting hit with a 3-second penalty, Royo getting a 5 for hitting the wall, and we are now in 6th, so now we're taking the penalty. It's taking forever, me and Royo together, and we can see that Subaru behind us of DGA catching up. So me and Royo, I'm just going to try and tow off the back of him, maybe slipstream bump him and see if we can catch up to Dom. But we do have the Subaru 2 tenths behind me, and gaining quickly. As you can see, he's right there with me, so I go for the dive bomb. Probably way too late. Yeah, way too late there. And then I get doubly overtaken, so I'm just going to sit here in 7th now. So back where I started. So not too bad, but we want to be in like top 5. So take a dive bomb there, but it ghosts. So I'm just going to stay behind them here into the last corner. So I'm going to make my move because I'm pretty confident around this corner now. So I go in, he goes wide, slows down way too much. Taking an early apex I am. Good drive out onto the back straight and trying to get into the slipstream of Royo and drop DGA behind us. So yeah, we do that. And we get into the slipstream. DGA obviously in a slower car, the BRZ. Bit more grippy, less speeded in my opinion. So that's pretty good. Getting around here. Nicely following behind. And we're just taking this line. Still can't drive this corner, going way too early into it. Try and get around. See Royo spinning off there, but manages to keep it on hold in front of me. Very good driving from him. And DJ right there with us, but he's losing again. So Royo and I, definitely the Mazda, a better choice of car compared to the BRZ. And I'm just going to slipstream bump behind him. I don't really want to make a move because I'll lose the slipstream. It's quicker for both of us really. I make my move here, dive bomb into this corner, way too deep, once again, making the same mistakes, and I want to hold on to my position, so I'm going to block off DGA, try and push him onto the grass, but he bumps me, keeps bumping me, smashes me into the wall, not really happy about that, so I decide not going to let that happen, punt him into the wall backwards, and now his car is spun. Bit of dirty driving, but he did punt me first. I did kind of block him off. So not really sure what to think of that situation, but I did get a 5-second time penalty and lose about 2 seconds on Royo. So not really going to have that great of a race from this point onwards. Drifting there, horrible last corner. And then again, Dom cannot drive his car, being way too slow. And I'm going to follow his slipstream because he wants to lose it, wants me to not have it, so I'm just going to tail behind him. Tries to bump me, ghosts into the wall, serves him right for being like that, griefing. So I get into the 5th position. But he will probably take me when I get my penalty. So that's a shame. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead here. And then, again, way too deep. Barely making the corner. Going way wide. Keeping 2 wheels on the track. Dom here. I get the move temporarily done, but then I got the penalty. So that's a shame. So he's going to zoom off. And that is pretty much our race over. We don't have much going on after this because Dom is too far ahead. What, 5 seconds? I mean, I could hunt him down, but then we have another mistake. Show you this after this corner. Go in here. Actually, a pretty good corner around here for once. First time. Still late apex, but not too bad. And we're going to quickly speed up the video here onto my favourite corner, where the race is truly over. Another 5-second time penalty. So at this point, we're just like, let's just try, get across the finish line. Let's hold off 7th. He's only 15 seconds behind, so we should be all good. But yeah, there is pretty much the rest of our race. Just going to speed this up here because there's not really nothing going on. Doing a right corner, got on the straight, and back into our favourite section. So we're going to go here, and can you guess what happens? Can you guess? In 3, 2, 1. And we're in the wall again, we're another 5-second time penalty. Not worried at all, because Marco's 15 seconds behind, still on 13. Dom's 13 in front, so it just shows those last 2 drivers really were quite far behind. I got 2 time penalties, and they were still the same distance away, so obviously it was just off the pace or in the wrong car. But yeah, into the final corner here. Just finishing off our lap, which is nice. And there we go, onto the home straight. Pretty good final corner. And that is the race done. Our tyres are on about half HP. And I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, a 6th place is 1 position raised, but, you know, halfway up the pack. Pretty good race. So, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Have a great day. And I'll be back more soon with more GT7 videos.